You don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, middle. Shut up.
And they run the option on second down. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. DeAndre Swift. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Ravens 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
And he's into the clear. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 61 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Baker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down, Eagles.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith.
He's got room to roam.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
32 yards.
and the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Hurts will throw.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Swift fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Oh, that is well read on the backside, and he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 16-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And they can't bring him down. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 50 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.